Welcome back, everyone. Let's now enter into the next session, which is the glimpses of the Goddess of the past on 30th March. On 30th March 2005, the Supreme Court and Cultural Center in Seattle. There, he was received by the temple priest with all the traditional honors, especially the Purnakumbha, the highest royal honorary offering given to a guest in Hindu tradition. Shiva Sutras is a set of techniques given by the discourse. Supreme Founder of Hinduism met with each and everyone who attended and gave blessings and healing too. Below are some of the pictures were taken during visiting different cities in the US. Spent some time in Dwarat, Adina, with all the devotees and disciples who had gathered to be at his feet. Furthermore, the Paramavatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam presided over the Alankar for Lord Ananda Venkateshwara and Adina, and make sure that the Supreme Lord Ananda Venkateshwara would be in all his full grandeur, thus giving the devotees present a grateful. On 13th March 2011, the Supreme Founder was in the Yoga Sutras. From the shadow dedicates a unique samyama for spontaneously enlightenment based on mirroring of oneself. So let's now watch a human video clip where he expands on the Patanjali Yoga Sutras.
आरम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमा अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love. Let me enter into the sutra. 140th Sutra of Patanjali Yoga Sutras, in the 3rd chapter, 34th verse. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as, by the power of Pradipa comes all knowledge. Swami Prabhavananda translates as, all these powers of knowledge may also come to one whose mind is spontaneously enlightened through purity. Life of purity. All the powers come by themselves. Bhagavan Osho translates as, through pratibha, intuition, knowledge of everything. In the sutra, the key word is pratibha. I think Patanjali is taking us to a peak. He is talking about, I don't want to sell you guys any more retail products. Here I am giving wholesale, take it. He is just giving the whole thing. He is and asking you to practice and achieve that power, telling you, all right, wear the Rudraksha on the forehead today and visualize the intense light beam. All right, wear one day in the hand and do this Kurmanadi meditation. Wear one day on the Swadhisthana and do the Chandra Samyama. He is tired now. He says, come on, it's time. I give you the whole. I think Patanjali was beautifully guiding the seekers, not just talking or teaching, taking. He was not just talking, he was taking. He has spoken about every energy center. And finally he brought us to Sahasrara. Now he is opening the whole part. He is saying, come on, take it. Adara, Chandra Samyama, Swadhisthana, and Nabhi Chakra, Manipuraga, then Anahata Chakra, friendliness, then Kurmanadi. He gave all different Samyamas. Then he taught about the Sahasrara Chakra Samyama. To relate with all this knowledge and powers come to you. What is the exact meaning of the word pratibha? If I literally translate, mirroring. Let me exactly explain what Patanjali means by the word mirroring. Understand, there is no you in you. Whatever you understand or feel or experience as you in you is just somebody is mirroring, reflecting in you. Somebody's reflection in you, if it stays there for a long time, your mother is reflecting on you for a long time. Your father is reflecting on you for a long time. And too many things from the society is reflecting. You also wanted to have something so that you can reflect on others' mirrors. So you look around and see, which one shall I? Because seeing your reflection on other mirrors is a power. Same as it is a power game, you wanted to mirror yourself in other mirrors. Then you look around and see how to mirror, how to project yourself in other mirrors. The long-term identities mirrored over you. Long-term pictures happened over your mirror. You see and collect all of them and create the identity. It is like a country where too much of metal was there. They made stone was there. They made all their deities, buildings, vessels, furnitures, everything in stone. There are stone furnitures. Understand? Countries where too much of wood is available, they make all their deities, gods, houses, furnitures, everything in wood. Anyhow, whatever you have more, you create your identity out of it. Too much of your mother and father is reflected in you when you are a child. Then naturally you pick up those things and create identity. Realize all the sticks out of which the broomstick called you is made. Please understand, I am making a clear statement. I am comparing your identity equivalent to broomstick floors. No. Broomstick, which is usually used by village women to beat their husbands, to wake them up early morning. Each stick in the broomstick is borrowed from somebody. If there are 10 are from your teachers, some 20 is from your friends, maybe some 10%, and tie it with a silk thread. The silk thread is your decision making capacity. Why I call that silk thread as a decision making capacity? Because you choose. Sometime you may decide to choose from your friend 20%. But finally, all the 100 sticks are from somebody else. Pradibha means realizing identities, reflected identities, collected and tied by your decision-making power, identity. I can say imagined, imaginary image. Imagined, imaginary image. Pradibha means this. I am just cheating myself with identity, I have me. That is the original sin. Understand? That is the original sin. Yesterday I was talking to a devotee, he was explaining. The origin of our identity, the base, is a complete health and consciousness. But any identity we start adding on to it is original sin.
The Kalpada Convention in Chennai. The Supreme Power of Hinduism was received by the Kailasa Sangha in Chennai with all the traditional honors, especially the Purna Kumbha, the highest royal honorary offering given to a guest in Hindu tradition. And there, thousands of people had gathered in order to receive darshan of Nijavatara of Paramashiva, Supreme Pandu of Hinduism, be blessed, requesting healing for themselves, and also carrying lists of their relatives' names that needed Supreme Pandu of Hinduism's healing, etc. Swami attended tirelessly to each and everyone, Kalpadaru from the sacred Sanskrit language, with Kalpa meaning wishing and Taru meaning tree. People from all walks of life, locally and from abroad, attended the program. In Kalpa, there is one such convention where the qualification of the seeker is irrelevant. On 30th March 2013, the Supreme Court Righteous Living. This step is Sampurti, translated as integrity. Swami defined integrity as honoring our words. We have been trained since childhood to keep our promises to others, and very few of us understand that the promises we make to ourselves are equally important. Any passing thought is a word we give to ourselves, and we live our life under the wish-fulfilling tree, which can make reality from our impulses. Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam delivered the Nitya Yoga Convention at Haridwar. Swamiji began the NDY sessions by asking participants if is compiled of, and more specifically, of inner image, Mamakara, and outer image, Ahankara. Swamiji further guided the participants into the process of finding out when they started building the idea of I am the body, I am the mind, and when the patterns related to those two ideas began to take roots.
Any great truth, only if it becomes your power while you are in the body, you will live based on them. See, ultimately, all spiritual when you leave the body, that's all. Why the spiritual truths, spiritual powers? When you leave the body, you should not be alone. You should not be in powerless space, powerless state. All the spiritual truths are for that only. Vedic tradition is nothing but a preparation to live. You achieve oneness with the cosmos.
On 30th March 2016, the Supreme Court of Hinduism conducted the Day 16 of the Inner Convention, and as part of the Inner Swamiji conducted of a person who is no more, so that the departed souls can rest in peace. The real peace that the soul can experience is the peace of enlightenment. That day, Swamiji conducted darshan and gave
अभयंकरं शशिशेखरं परात्परं नित्यशुद्ध निरंजनं निराकारं.
Upcoming programs: Inner Awakening,
In his own words, today I am opening up the same cosmic space of oneness in the door of Swami Onida, experienced all my disciples and devotees and followers. Just do these four things. Watch the satsang Swami Onida again and again till Guru Purnima. And meditate on this happening. Keep this photo in your life as lifesaver, not just as screensaver everywhere. Chant the Mahavakya Om Nithyananda Paramashivam and enjoy the continuous miracles and unexpected helps and supports happening in your life from all corners of the world. Share your own Swami Onida experience with me as your status in the Facebook and through all social media platforms with every being and make everyone enjoy the space of oneness and make enlightenment ecosystem all over the world. My Kama season till Guru Purnima through various programs and classes. On 30th March 2020, Kailasa Department of aimed at eradicating violences, promoting peace in Pandava Hinduism. Supreme Pandava Hinduism reveals that when we understand the reality of Paramashiva, we will know that he has given himself in all his glory in our consciousness, and we will simply celebrate. Swamiji explained that life is all about expansion of consciousness and resources. The resources of superconscious are a billion times more worthy than the worldly resources. And society gives importance to unearning conscious resources is too easy. Swamiji gazed all with a powerful initiation, infusing Lord Subramania's being into the delegates by manifesting his own courage, power, strength, power to destroy all the delegates by bestowing them with the Lord Muruga darshan for the day. He elaborated on the concept of superdetermination. Swamiji explained that life is superdetermination, neither predetermined nor free will, the superdetermination. Empowering ourselves with the truth, reality that we are Paramashiva, the ultimate Paramatma, and from that truth, reality, making our perception about life with the strength of that subjective truth about ourselves and the world, impacting the world, reality is super choices. Freedom is manifesting the reality we want to manifest, and when we subjectively decide to cognize the truth, we are Paramashiva. We will see the superpower of coincidence plays in our life, and we will be manifesting superdeterminism. So it's time that we get ready to receive the darshan of Supreme Pandava of Hindus. I request everyone to sit in a meditative state and pray to receive the grace and blessings of Supreme Pandava of Hinduism.
Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Conscious mutation is process of putting the very core superconsciousness of Paramashiva into your consciousness and letting your consciousness mute, go through the whole mutation process. Don't understand the word mute into M-U-T-E. Conscious mutation process. The mutation process and evolving you is in you manifesting the powers is the spiritual practice. Straight, you manifesting the powers is spiritual practice. Superconscious mutation is putting the very superconsciousness, the core of Paramashiva, into your consciousness and let your consciousness go through the process of mutation. Listen. Initiation itself, power manifestation itself is tapas. That is the spiritual practice for superconscious mutation. This whole process is founded on Tyaga. Listen, I said, being a good disciple, bad, I sacrifice all my expectations. I do Tyaga. You just do Tyaga of all your expectations with me. Life is the ground, foundation, base material for your consciousness to become super consciousness. Declare, I sacrifice, I renounce, I do Tyaga of all my expectations about all of you. You decide to do Tyaga of all your expectations from Jiva, yourself. See, when you have expectations about yourself from yourself, you go through so much of insecurity within you about you. You continue to cage, prison yourself inside yourself. When you decide to do Tyaga of all your expectations about you, just decide, now whatever I can do, I will do. I am not going to carry on, hold on to any expectation about me, within me. Do Tyaga of all your expectations about yourself from yourself. And do Tyaga of everything you expect from life. Do Tyaga from Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. From everything. From all the three, all expectations you have, renounce it. Sit now with this Tyaga. Hold the Atmalinga. Keep the hands like this. Atmalinga will start levitating, floating between both your hands. Listen. Ma Nitya Pushkalananda. You should know that I myself talk to you every day when you do puja. Ma Pushkalananda is putting the message. Swamiji, this is exactly what I received during puja today. Thank you so much for confirming and initiating. All of you should know. People who do Nitya Puja, every day during the Nitya Puja, you directly connect with me and the space I am in. If you are doing Nitya Puja, a satsang, Paramashiva's message, you will simply receive it. Because in Samadhi, what I receive from Paramashiva, you will directly receive through the puja. Now, keep the Atmalinga between both the hands. See how I am keeping the hand? Exactly like this. Keep the Atmalinga. Not only it will stand on itself. Understand? You should not try to keep the You should not try to levitating, floating between both your palms. It will first stand up and start floating between both your palms. Listen. In the known universe, from the known self, from the known Ishvara. Listen. What you know as yourself, what you know as the universe, what you know as God, Paramashiva, all are too small. When you decide to do Tyaga, I renounce all my expectations about you. Your expectations about life, me, Paramashiva, Guru, God, from yourself. Do renounce everything. What happens, happens. Now, you decide to renounce. This Tyaga will make you know the real self, real Ishvara, real cosmos. Keep the Atmalinga between both the palms. Listen, I will lift it full. With the grace of Paramashiva, I am starting this next level of initiation. I should say that Paramashiva himself is starting this auspicious occasion of his own coronation, Magutabhishekam. Time with this auspicious Magutabhishekam, he is manifesting this initiation. A powerful cognition. Renounce all the expectations. Renounce all expectations you have about yourself from yourself. Just be udasi. What happens, happens. What can be done? Leave it. Universe. Renounce it. What happens, happens. What can be done? Renounce all your